Hi, welcome to the Unit 4 Physical and Motor Development. Physical development, which is really the growth and the ability to use our muscles and body parts for particular skills. For that, for example, if you are jumping, if you are taking weight, if children are uh, building houses and all with the building blocks. So everything coming under the physical development. And also, this physical development improves as we are getting older, right? So this can be divided into two types of development. Uh, with that, we are you doing all the type of skills, okay? So, which all are those area? Gross motor skill is there. We have gross motor skills. Gross motor skills stands for large muscle movements. Means we are doing heavy works. That is what large muscle movements. And fine motor skill stands for we are doing small movements, just like using the thread and needle and what we are doing with the eye-hand coordination very lightly, that all will come under the fine motor skills. Okay, so the gross motor skills will be there that we do have large muscle movement for even jumping, running, all will come under that. Okay, and uh, these all contribute to the physical development. Okay, so the fine motor skill and the gross motor skill together contribute to our physical development. Okay, and how does it formed? How does it developed? From each stage, we know in our childhood we have days like we were only mm, just laying in the bed. Slowly we are progressing by day. Same like that, the children are also learning set of skills with the physical development reaching into certain age. Okay, so how to measure this physical growth? By measuring the height and weight at regular intervals. So there is a specific measure like to comparison. We should a height of a 3-year-old child will be average. The height will be 96 centimeter. There will be children with more than that, and there will be children with less than that. But the average height of a 3-year-old child is 96 centimeter, and the weight is 13 kilogram. Okay, so we'll see which all are the height and weight proportion of the children from 3 to 6 years old. So this chart is showing you the standard height and weight of a healthy preschool child. Okay, and here you can see at the age of 3, as 14.78 will be the height maximum weight. Okay, and the minimum weight will be 13.79 kg, and the maximum height will be 98.36 centimeter, and minimum will be 91.21. So like that you can see to age reaching age of 4 what is maximum and the minimum in their height and weight all the way through age 5 and 6 too. And if a child is really sick or we are taking them to the hospital, first of all, what they are doing, the doctors, they will check the height and weight of the baby first. They will see whether is it age appropriate or not. If it is if it is maximum weight, they do reach maximum weight, they do not have any problem, they won't say anything to us. If they do maintain minimum weight also, the doctors will not say anything to us. But if it is more than the maximum weight, very high, if it is very much less than the minimum weight, then the doctors will say that there will be something to take care of the baby and we'll have to go through those type of interventions. Okay, same for the height and height too. And there are some exceptional cases, even though they are not that much taller to the age appropriate. Maybe it will be their heredity. That also is there. Okay, so looking into all the factors only, it is considered to be treated or not. Do you know that the size of the brain increases steadily in the preschool years? My dears, by the time a child is 6 years old, the weight of the child brain is 90 percentage of that of the brain of an adult. So that period is very crucial. And not only the weight would have increased, almost 90 percentage of our cognitive processes, the registration of the stimuli, everything happens at that age. And also muscles are getting thicker and stronger. By the age of 4 itself, children acquire toilet control at night. Can our parents support our younger ones at home to develop their physical development appropriately? We can use activities like playing with the blocks. We can give children some blocks, some puzzles, or sorting buttons or birds, or cutting along a straight line using blunt scissors, paper tying, coloring paper, folding to improve the fine motor coordination of young children. If they are given all these type of things, their eye hand coordination is improving. Okay, that is what fine motor coordination. Okay, so it is very much important to provide such things. It is not mandatory that they should be, it should be bought from the store and should be given. If that is there, it's fine. And other than that, what are the available materials at home? It's also fine that we need to ensure that they are playing with something like that. And this young children, they are always practicing fine motor control through the activities like cutting, threading, birds, and sorting. That is why in your younger ages, the teachers are also teaching them to do all these type of things in the classes. They will give the things for them to sort it out. They also support the fine motor development of the child in the school. Okay, we should support them through learning activities. Okay, it can be like color sorting, it can be like shape sorting, right? And also, it will start with big materials first, not so big that so that they can handle it, and later on it will move on to small birds and all, and to sort them out, so they are getting completely. Okay, and what is the benefit of what is the aim of developing this fine motor skill in the school is to improve their um, pencil holding ability. Okay, if we are focusing on fine motor development, they will be developed with their pencil holding ability as well. Okay, so parents need to provide children with the toys with to further enhance their fine motor coordination. Okay. We can say that physical development refers to a process which brings progressive changes in the external as well as internal body organs of an individual in order to increase their capacity to function. Okay, let's have a glance to the general characteristics of physical development. They are it's very rapid during our time of 0 to 2 years. Okay, the physical development is very faster in that time, and the age that child reaches to 3 years and to the 6 years, that is the period of fixation. What we are getting in the in our infancy period means in between 0 to 2 years, that is getting stabilized. Okay, it is getting stabilized. So what are they have trained, what did they get from the interaction of their parents and their like training at home, even in toilet training, food, and the way how do they have to behave, and all that is all getting stabilized. And reaching into our middle childhood years, means from 7 years to 9 years. Again, it is showing a period of growth and development, but the rate of growth is slowly comparison to infancy. As we know, 0 to 2 years, the physical development is so faster, as we know that we are just a newborn baby. From that stage, we learn to crawl, to sit, to stand, and to walk as well, right, to run as well. So all they are considered as very rapid growth of physical development. In 7 to 9 years also they are gaining physical development, but still that rate is comparatively less when we do compare with infancy period. Okay. Again, what the child has learned in that middle childhood years, means before 9 years, is getting fixated in the later childhood from 10 years to 13 years. Okay, period of fixation it is. Means what the child learned or gained in that age will be fixated, stabilized. Okay. And moving into the first 3 years of adolescence, which is called early adolescence, they are marked as rapid growth and development again. We know that when boys and girls are reaching into the early adolescence, um, their physical um, uh, development occurs in different way, and boys are usually getting more taller than girls, but their adolescence a bit later than girls. Okay, girls are getting into the early adolescence faster compared to boys, and girls also will gain their height before when they do reach at this time. So in that age also this development is rapid. Okay, so that will be there. Slow growth also will be there. Physical growth ceases by the attainment of maturity. When we do reach the stage of maturity in this puberty period, um, the physical growth is going to get stabilized. It's almost stable, we can say. If so, what all can influence the physical development? There are some factors, in fact. Uh, we know that we all have some inheritance, the heredity that we got, and also our environment around us also can influence, right? So, which are those specific factors? Let's see. The traits and characters or characteristics that inherited at the time of conception. When we are about to come to the earth, the god have some decision how we should be. So we get the traits and characteristics from our father or the mother. So at the time of conception, what all we got from both of them is one influencing factor on our physical development. Just like if your father is very taller, you may have the trait to be or characteristic to be a taller boy or a taller girl. And if they are very shorter compared to others, then you can also may. It's not necessary that they should be, but you can also, there can be a chance. Okay. Then the physical as well as mental health of the mother during pregnancy. We know that always the pregnant women are supposed to be happy, and they are not supposed to be sad, and they are not supposed to get exposure to unpleasant stimuli like the noise, atmosphere, and you know. Our older people, old age people at home, they usually ask these pregnant women not to sit in the same place for a long period. There is nothing, in fact, that is just for the pregnant woman to get engaged. They should not go with any unwanted thoughts, and they should be active all the time. That will always influence the mental health of the baby as well. Okay, the physical development of the baby as well. Um, then, uh, if the mother is having a habit of getting exposure to the rhythmic activities like cleaning the yard rhythmically and doing the kitchen works rhythmically. So the child also will be very much happy in that. Okay, and uh, so as a whole, we can say that the physical and mental health of the mother during pregnancy do matters. If the mother is not only about the mental condition of the mother, if they are getting seriously ill, the medication the mother is going to take also can influence the baby that we have discussed before, right? So all do matters in the physical development of child. Then the nutrition received by the embryo within the womb of the mother. So when the mother is just planning to have a baby, first of all, every parent should have that baby born in their mind, so that each stage they will be taking care very much consciously. So the nutritious food the mother have to take, so that only the embryo within the womb of the mother will receive good nutrition also. So that can influence the physical development of the baby again, and the conditions and care at the time of delivery as well. If there is any complication, again it can affect the baby physical development. Then after the birth, what type of nutrition, or is the baby is getting good nutritious food, or they do lack the nutritious food? Again, it will be a matter. If we are ensuring good nutritious food to the baby will be developing physically very good. If no, it will affect it worse. Okay, and also the presence or absence of physical defects, illness, and diseases. So it's depending upon our life condition or environmental situation. How are we going to get sick, and what type of diseases are we getting? All those that can also affect, and the living condition like physical, social, and cultural conditions also can influence the physical development of a baby. And the final one, the eighth one, the opportunities of recreation, self expression, play, exercise, rest, and sleep. All these factors can influence the physical development of a child. There are some principles followed in the motor development of a child. One is mass to specific trend. At the early stage of development, our children's motor activities get traced by mass reactions, which is gradually become adaptive and motor specific as the child grows up. Just example, a newborn, when they do cry, the entire body is getting involved in the process of crying. They are using their hands, their legs, their whole entire body to express their hunger or thirst or any discomfort through crying process. So that is what first it will be the mass involvement of the entire body. Later it reduces, and the child reaching into the 5 years of age, they will sit and cry in a small place, or only sometime the tears will come out, not directly into that stage, but slowly, the mass body involvement will be reduced as the child is moving into 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, and finally they will be like in some children, they will gain that very earlier itself. Then they are feeling sad and they are feeling hungry. They will not involve all the body parts in the process of crying. So that is called a master specific. Another trend is large to small trend. It is just in motor activities, control and coordination of large fundamental muscles takes place before that of the smaller muscles. Like when we do something, we just use our large muscles, and slowly, when the baby is trying to reach some objects, what they will do, some first it will be there that they will be completely moving their whole body, and they will use the whole hand to reach that object, but later the baby knows they just need to move their hand with the fingers focused into that specific object to get it. So that's what large to small trend. The third principle is cephalocaudal trend. That is all about motor control and coordination develop first in the head region and the process down to the foot in the direction of longitudinal axis. It is just about, when a baby is born, Mm, they will have the gain over their head first. They will turn their head towards the places where they are hearing the sound. And as the baby try to lay on their stomach, they will gain the control over the head to raise it up before they are gaining control over their hands and their legs. They are gaining the control over their head, and slowly they will be gaining control throughout the body parts. When we are holding a newborn, everyone will be very much caring about the head position when they hold their child on that child, and they will ensure that the child neck or the head is stable when before they just hold the baby straight without giving support for their head, right? So supporting head is ensuring that the head is gaining control at the beginning, and later when they do gain the control over their head, then the rest of the body parts will also gain control, and it will be progressively reaching to the direction of our foot. Okay, so from head to foot. Then the proximo-distal trend. Proximo-distal trend says uh, from our center of the body, our control and coordination extend to the outer parts, like towards the head and towards the legs. It is just like when the baby is laying on their stomach, then they will be just even rotating. Keeping their body and just they're moving, right, without the hand and the legs. But as the control extends towards the extremities, means towards the head and towards the legs, then they are able to uh, move their body towards specific direction. They will gain control over their hand and they will move forward. Then they will gain control over their legs and they will start to stand, use the knees to pull their body up, like that. That is what proximal distal trend. Then the third one is then fifth principle is the bilateral to unilateral trend. That is just a newborn infant is essentially a bilaterally symmetrical organism, anatomically, morphological, and functionally. But as the child is growing up, it preferences to one of the direction, right or left, take place, and he becomes unilateral. That the child will be treating this left side and right side same as when they do reach the before they do reach unilateral trend, that the both of the side will be similar for them, but later some are turning into be the left-handed person, or some are turning into, most of the people are turning into be the right-handed person. One more principle is there, that is maximum to minimum trend. It is just all about at the early stages, the extent or muscular involvement and the amount of energy spent on motor functions are greater than the later stage. That I told you before, mass to specific trend, just like that, the maximum to minimum trend comes. Both motor coordination and strength increases with the age. A small child will have very less strength and motor coordination, but as the child is getting older, the child will Yes, just passing from one stage to another stage, it will also gain motor coordination and their strength also will get increased. Motor development depends on not only on neuromuscular maturity but also on environmental opportunities, particularly availability of equipment and the opportunity to observe and imitate other children and the opportunity to experiment, all depending upon our uh, the physical development, not only about the neuromuscular maturity. As a child is given training for learning any specific type of skills like karate or kalari or any other type of the things, they will be gaining more physical development compared to other children of the same age. And what a teacher is supposed to do in motor development of a child is what their teacher has to take care in their classroom is children should be encouraged to manipulate, handle, and use different objects and implements so as to provide sensory activity and eye-hand coordination that the teacher has to ensure. During preschool and primary school days, activities like clay working, coloring, tearing, cutting, painting, threading, sewing, all these type of activities should be planned to attain early motor control and coordination. Organize appropriate play activities that will help the children to learn motor skills by assembling and constructing. It can be done using some building blocks or anything like that, or any puzzles or whatever the teacher decides. And also, we should demonstrate motor skills for beginners. The teacher should show them what are they supposed to do, and they should be given manual guidance to more effective uh, development of such skills than verbal lessons. That it should not be just like orally said. That should be given manually guidance on what they are supposed to do. Show them what are they supposed to do. What are you planning to give them practice on? Then proficiency of motor control depends on regular practice. So facility should be arranged for the practice of different motor skills, and that so regular practice should be ensured. Then independent activity accompanied by strong motivation leads to speedy motor development. So the teacher have to ensure adequate incentives or sufficient motivation to the children so that they independently they will be practicing that at home, or they will be motivated intrinsically so that they will always have attitude towards what they are going to do. That also will influence the motor development of a child, and the teacher has to ensure this. And the teacher should give moderate supervision, balanced guidance, and constructive criticism also to support the child's physical and motor development. Okay, so this is all the way how a teacher can ensure the child is supported fairly in their fine and gross motor skills so that the children will learn them and they will attain those skills faster, and they can be into the learning activities very faster as well. So as we are going to be the teachers, we need to ensure we are supporting them appropriately. Okay, that's all for today's lesson. Thank Thank you so much. Um, what you are supposed to do is write your notes, upload in the discussion group. Thank you, my dears. Take care. Bye bye.